Okay, this one's from Jim Milne of El Dorado Hills, California. He's getting a 2.5-inch Y and a 2.5-inch silver bullet. That is 2.5 on the front, dual 2s on the back. His thinking, well, what happened was just yesterday his silver bullet got stolen out of the truck, so he's thinking I got to get it replaced quick, which is why he called me. I'm going to have it off ready to go today for FedEx guy. He'll have it probably Thursday because he's close. That's just a couple of days from now. Anyway, so he's going to get a backup this time. This is his backup, the Y connector. If y'all recall, some of you recall, this is the way we used to do it before the filter. 2.5 Y. In the development of Cool Cuffs, I made a product called the external reducer. That's this part here. And it allows you to screw a cuff on, reverse threaded, as if it were a vac hose. So it slides onto a 2.5-inch port. I got 2 of them for the 2 back ports of the Y. You screw on basically a Cool Cuff female, and then following the fireman's rule, you got a male pointing towards the job. So that would be on your 2-inch hose. So you're basically bringing 2 2-inch hoses to the Y. So if you were going to outfit a 2.5-inch Y, you would basically search on the word external. It's the only Cool Cuff that's got the word external reducer in it. 2 2-inch swivel sets, and over here is the 2.5-inch starter. Okay, so that goes on all 3 ports of this Y are 2.5. So this is a 2.5-inch starter. It'll also work on his silver bullet that he's getting. Okay. By the way, this is just a straight 2.5-inch port, so you could use any vinyl cuff that's 2.5. I think Sapphire makes one, or the Flash Cuffs has a 2.5 starter. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about Mighty, but there you go. That's how that would work. And then on the back end, he wanted what he had before, which is 2 2s. Basically the same as this Y, right? We're externally reducing it down to 2-inch so he can do his 2-inch Cool Cuffs. The cool thing about this Y that I still like is the fact you can move it far away from your truck without a whole lot of hassle. You're not carrying the filter. You're sacrificing filtration, but you got an easier carry. Set this thing out 50, 100, 150 feet. Some of the big truck guys use Ys all the time, and they run them as far out as they can get. Like 300 feet of dual 2-inch hose before they ever step down, and this is the kind of Y they want to use. So it's basically 2 2s, which is not 4, but you can qualitatively call it 4 down to 2. So there's very little flow restriction, especially on the way back, which is the way we need to look at this. Air flows back this way, right? So it's like hitting a big open channel when the air hits the Y. It's like home, easy sailing from then on. But in Jim's case, he got both. Now he's got backup. Somebody walks off with his filter again, he'll just grab his Y. Somebody walks off with his Y, he'll grab his filter. So it's kind of an inexpensive way to get you some backup on this setup. Okay, thanks guys. Okay, this is a good order. This is from Chet's Cleaning. 150 feet of high heat blue skinny. This is the skinny version, or as close to skinny as I can get. Over here's the last of the Schaefer skinny I sold. If you look close, you might be able to see the writing. See the SUS? That's their symbol. Good hose, but it's only rated at 250, and actually it's a real good hose. A lot of guys are mad because I'm not carrying it anymore, but I wanted color, options, higher heat, a little more control than what I was offering you guys, so this is what we're using. Look, not a whole lot of difference. It is about 10 hundredths thicker. Big deal. You can still get 200 feet on the reel. The advantage is it's multiple colors, it's high heat, 3,300. No crimps. This is the thing I wanted to talk about. No crimps, right? Why would Chet buy hose with no crimps? Because he crimps his own hose, like a lot of you guys should be doing and are gradually learning to do via these gator crimps. So here's the story. Chet was one of the first guys that called to get some hose, and I was going to the gator crimps from Hydraulic Crimps. I myself wasn't too confident in them, and he could read that. He ran out in the parking lot, said, "I'll try it." I sent him one. He ran out in the parking lot, tried it, pressured up as high as he could go, confident it would hold, calls back, buys a handful. 3-4 years later, this guy's had to have bought at least 100 by now. I mean, he's got a lot of vans, he's got a lot of failures, and he's got a lot of hose repairs he's got to do himself. These gator crimps were the answer for him, just like they could be for all of you guys. So you got to really think about getting good with the gators. It's the other reason that I've put my hydraulic crimps aside, to make the gators work. Okay, they do for everybody. Okay, so there you go. No hose, crimps, going to do it himself. He's got a handful at least at his shop, no problem. All I'm doing is cutting the hose, boxing it, and his wife, I think it's his wife, Sally, yeah, thank you, Sally, too. See, this is going to her. Well, Chet and Mike. Mike's the let's see, Chet's the dad, the owner. Mike's the son-in-law. Then you got, I think, Patty, the daughter. She used to call and place orders. Now they're doing it on the store through Sally. Thank you, Sally. I'm going to give her a big old bag of organic macadamia nuts for being such a loyal customer. Got to take care of the bill payers, you know. So there you go. Chet's a classic case. You guys know this guy. He runs a top-notch cleaning company in Michigan, I think. Y'all got to check him out. This is the answer to his solution hose. By the way, he was doing he was one of my testers in the beginning of the high heat, and he still got a black hose running from 4 or 5 years ago now. I don't know exactly how long. Got to be at least 4 years, which is proof to me, and I hope to you, that the hose is decent hose, especially for $1 a foot. And it's still in use with a high heat truck mount setup in his rug cleaning plant. Okay, there's only one explanation, and that is for hose failures, that is out in the field. Concrete, curbs, asphalt, gardens, you know, shrubs, doors, slamming hose on doors, and that nasty 4-letter word tech. Your technicians are causing a lot of these problems, even though you guys don't want to admit it. The few of you who do, you learn to deal with it, and this is one way to deal with it. Put one guy in charge of mastering the art of gator crimping, because that's what it is. It's an art. And so there you go. Thanks, Sally. Thanks, Chet. Thanks, Chet's Cleaning, for helping me work this out. As far as I'm concerned, problem solved. We're going to be selling high heat from here on out. See ya. Okay, here's an order for Russ up in Saskatchewan province, Canada. Ordering 140 feet of Coolflex gray. You got to call in an order like that, because the store won't accept odd links. No problem though, just let me know. Email me or call me. This is 200 feet of Coolflex blue. Same deal, $12.75, $2.50 on both of those. Russ is an innovator. He had me make his silver bullets with vertical dual 2-inch ports. He swears it gets better airflow. Here's a regular 2-inch, and then you can see the dual 2-inch. He doesn't want handles. He's going to be one of the first to try out the new harness design we've got that elevates the filters for you within the van. Everything else is pretty much the same. He got him a dozen little Joe valves, a couple of 1/8-inch QDs, Mach 15 slot glide. There's the glue I recommend, guys. E6000, that's a really good glue for glides. And oh yeah, a dozen bundles of liners. Go Russ.